Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draft a full torso pattern, which is a very versatile pattern to use for whatever outfit you want to make. So first thing you want to do is draw a shoulder line. Your shoulder line, come down by 8 inches. And you can see I'm counting that on my table, and mark that, and then you're going to draw a straight line on that mark, and this is going to be the armhole line. I'm so thankful for this table because it's very easy. Now from that armhole line, you're going to come down by another 8 inches, and you're going to draw your waistline. And label that, and then from there you're going to measure another 8 inches and draw your hip line. So just count 8 from shoulder to armhole, and another 8 from armhole to waist, and from another 8 from waist to hip line. Now I'm going to draw my center front line. Measure 8 inches from that center front on the shoulder line, and another 8 inches from the center front to the armhole line, and draw a vertical line to connect. So from the center front, I'll measure 3 inches towards the shoulder line and 3 inches down on the center front, and I'm going to draw a neck curve. That's my neckline. Come down on that vertical line by 1 inch, and then connect that to the neckline that you just drew. So on the armhole line, I'm gonna show you guys how to get your measurements to place on the armhole line. It's basically your bust circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is exactly what I'm gonna mark right here. The reason I'm adding my sewing allowance is so that I don't have to do it when I want to cut out from my fabric. I'd rather just have everything on my pattern paper instead. On the waistline, you're going to measure your waist circumference and divide that by 4 plus 1 inch for the dart and 1 inch for your sewing allowance. Measure your hip circumference, divide that by 4, and add 1 inch. I'm just going to quickly connect all the lines so that you can see how it takes shape. On that vertical line that we drew, I'm going to measure what's left of the line and get the midpoint. On that midpoint, I'm going to go in by about 1/2 inch and mark. Now this is where I'm going to draw my armhole line. So starting from that point, I'm going to touch on that midpoint and take it all the way down to the armhole line. That's me labeling my center front. So on the armhole line, going by 4 inches, do the same thing on the waistline, going by 4 inches, and they're gonna mark, and do the same thing on the hip line, going by 4 inches and mark. This is how we're gonna get our dart legs. Draw a straight line to connect all those marks. From the waistline, come down by about 3 inches, and that's going to be the stomach line. The reason I'm drawing a stomach line on this is because sometimes I want a crop top, sometimes I want a top that isn't all the way down to my hip. So the stomach line sort of helps me with that measurement. And then from the waistline, I'm gonna go up by 3 inches, and that's gonna be my under bust line. That way I know where my midriff is. So you're gonna label that as the under bust. From the under bust line, I'm gonna go up again by 3 inches and draw a line, and that's gonna be my bust line. So at that point, I'm gonna write down my bust point so I know exactly where that is. On the waistline, go out by 1/2 inch on each side and connect your dart legs to the stomach line and to the bust point. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna draw a circle starting at that bust point. And the reason I do this is so that I have that on my pattern for whenever I want to make any type of outfit that requires bust measurements. So I just have that just to have it. So basically I'm done with the front. Now I'm gonna transfer all those measurements to the back. I labeled my center back already, if you can see that, and now I'm transferring all the measurements from the hip to the waist and the armhole. I'm transferring all that back. On the neckline though, I'm gonna go down by 2 inches and come out by 3 inches because the neckline on the back is a lot lower than the neckline in front. And I'm gonna count the same thing that I counted in front, which is 8 inches, I believe. And I'm gonna draw a vertical line. You're counting 8 inches from your center back towards the armhole. And I'm going to draw a vertical line, come down by 1 inch and connect that to my neckline. And pretty much the same thing, find the center point on what's left on the vertical line, going by 1/2 inch and draw your armhole line. So on the from the center back, I'm going to measure out 4 inches again on the armhole, the waistline, and the hip line. From the waistline, I'm going to go down by 5.5 inches. Instead of going down to the stomach line, I'm going down a lot further than the stomach line. So I'm going down by 5.5 inches from the waistline on the back pattern. And I'm drawing my dart legs. And I'm drawing the other dart leg up to my armhole line. I also added a zipper allowance, which is about 1 inch. And that's the end of that tutorial. I really hope that was helpful to you guys. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.